Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming and something on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of What It Feels Like. Let's see. Let's go around each time. Aw, man. Yeah, I'm beginning to think this might not actually have a very, a fairy tale happy ending. But you know what? That's okay. So let's go ahead and jump right back in and let's see how this goes, shall we? Nostalgia. If there's something I'm feeling right now, it's an overwhelming sense of nostalgia. Last summer was the start of everything. Would it really be a full year in July since I first let my lips kiss Jacob? I run my fingers through them now. Memories of our trysts roll, replaying in my head like a film reel. Were they always this blurry? If only there was a picture, some sort of proof I was ever loved by him. How ironic. I have nothing but my own experiences to count on. The smell of his car, the taste of beer, and cigarettes on his tongue, the feeling of having him inside me. All I have are my anecdotal accounts of our love affair. And even back then, that was never enough for me. Hey. Jacob's voice snaps me out of my daydream as he climbs back into the car, a slushie in one hand and a beer in another. Here. He hands me the slushie. Blueberry. I take a sip of it, silently wishing it was cherry instead. Should you really be drinking? You're driving. He takes a long swig of the beer, sighing once the bottle escapes his lips. It's just one. Right. How have you been? Jacob's eyes stay strained on me as I stare out of the large front window, watching fireflies chase each other on the dark street. Baxter and I broke up. Oh. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Thanks. What have you been up to? Not much. Same old, I guess. Aren't you about to graduate? Yeah. Must be exciting. I guess. You don't sound very excited. I've had other things on my mind. I finally turned to look at him, his deep golden eyes as serious as they were the day we met. His hand reaches up to my face, and with a gentle touch, his fingers hold onto my right ear, his gaze now fixated on it instead of my own eyes. I was thinking about how I left things with you that night. I meant what I said, despite what you might think. I think I really do love you, Mylo. I swallow hard. But I've never been with a guy, and that scares me. Maybe it's easy for you, but being that open about sexuality or whatever, that's just not the kind of person I am. I know I've led you on. I haven't exactly been open to trying to be with you in the past, but I think I'd like to. I'd like to try. I want to, with you. I think you and we could really work, even if it's just in secret at first. Like you said before. I didn't meet up with you to ask for my house key. I don't want you to give it back at all, actually. I've realized ever since you've been gone, I can't really think straight. Pun intended. I know, sorry. I just mean, you're important to me, Mylo. I didn't see it before, but I do now. I want to keep you in my life because you make me happy. So, what do you say on giving us a chance? A real one this time, I promise. His fingers stop tracing my ear, instead sliding down to cut my face as he leans in slowly, speaking softly against my lips. I missed you, and I know you missed me too, otherwise we wouldn't be here. I'll be better this time, so please, just one more chance. Who could have stopped it? I was made to fall into Jacob's arms, break and crumble, build myself up again, and repeat the process. What else could I do except fall hopelessly and stupidly in love with him? That was who I was. The me who didn't know what love felt like. The me from a year ago who would have been jumping up and down, giggling in excitement. The me of a month ago who would have cried from relief, happy that all this wishing and pining finally came to fruition. The me of yesterday who may have been fooled by his words, his touch, his look, and who might have conceded, melting into his arms in mild reluctance. But the me of today is different. There, you good on you, Mylo. No. Jacob blinks at me. No, Jacob, I'm sorry. But no. He stares at me for a moment, slowly sitting back in his own space, and turns to look out the front window, just like I was a moment ago. Why? Do I need a reason? No. But I'd like one anyway. Because I'm in love with Baxter. I'd never imagined Jacob would be the first person to hear me say those words. Even so, it rolls off my tongue, maybe not with the most ease, but hearing it out loud, there's no doubt in my mind anymore. It's the truth. The absolute truth. Do you... really? Yes. And what about me? Do you love me at all? I did, at one point. But not anymore? No. Not anymore, Jacob. I nod, more to myself than to him. Another truth. Jacob grips his steering wheel, nodding slowly, a mixture of hurt and disappointment emanating from his somber eyes. I see. So that's it then. He chokes out the sentence, staring at the ceiling of his car. Oh. There it is. The finality I had presumed would take place tonight. Tonight's the last time I'll be with Jacob, alone in his car. Tonight's the last time I'll be in love with him. Without another word, Jacob turns on his engine. We drive into the night. After a deathly quiet car ride, Jacob makes a slow, careful stop right in front of my house. I mean, he took the rejection really well. Like, maybe he has grown as a person. Thanks. Yeah. Mylo? Yeah? Do you think we would have ever worked out? I ruminate on this idea, thinking of every moment he and I have shared in a cold darkness just like this. No, I don't. No, I don't. I think this was always bound to happen, Jacob. But for what it's worth, I'm glad I met you. Truly. Jacob doesn't answer. He averts his gaze, staring straight ahead. His demeanor becomes defensive, but his eyes begin to water. Good night, Jacob. I get off of his car, and after a beat, Jacob speeds away. A waxing half moon greets me tonight. I stare up at it, the poor, lonely satellite being the only thing visible in the night sky. She shines down at me, filling me with pride, pulling on my heartstrings like waves and giving me a silent command. Do it. And I fulfill her wish. You have one new voicemail. Listen. Hi, it's Mylo. I guess you'd already know that. Listen, I know it's late. I guess I shouldn't be surprised you didn't answer, but I just wanted to talk to you. Baxter, there's so many things I want to say to you right now. I have no idea whether you want me dead or if you want to talk to me just as much as I do. That's my own fault, I guess. I didn't let you talk that night. I was so upset. I still am. I'm sorry. I haven't fully forgiven you for that. I'm still so confused about so many things, but there's one thing I'm sure about right now. I love you. Please come back. End of message. Time passes. I wish I could say it felt like a blur, but the unfortunate truth is I felt every painful second of each day. Silence hangs in the air, and every held breath, every longing look out a window, the distance between him and I feels impossibly vast, in every sense I could imagine. Without a word from him since my message, it feels like it's only getting bigger. It hurts. But I'm getting used to it. The eventual day I won't feel anything at all seems so far away, not as unreachable as it was before. As scary as the thought is, I refuse to sit at home and wallow in misery over this. I may be in love with him, but I have my dignity. If Baxter really doesn't want anything to do with me, then I have no choice but to respect that and move on. So, instead of crying over love, I'll celebrate it. Today is Dez's wedding day, and although I'm mentally preparing to feel envious of two gorgeous people having a healthy relationship, for the most part, I'm pretty excited. Free food, happy vibes, and an excuse to dress fancy definitely beats eating ice cream alone in my room. Excuse me. I head downstairs, just about ready to call Wyatt and Lizzie to ask for a ride, when Mom and Emma walk through the front door with a few groceries. Mom immediately gasps and goes all smiles when she sees me, which makes me just a little bit self-conscious. Look at you! Mom? Wait, you actually look good for once. Aw, you're so handsome! Is the wedding today? I thought it'd be earlier. It's already noon. The ceremony was just family, so we're going to the reception. Well, look at you. You look like a real gentleman. Thank you. Do you have a ride? I could take you. What's the catch? I'm trying to be nice, but never mind then. Oh, no, wait, I do need a ride. Besides, you're leaving tomorrow. We could talk and stuff. Don't act like you're all sentimental about it. I'm happy you two seem to be getting along in a way. Well, are you heading out now? The sooner we leave, the better. I have to start packing again. Sure, we could. I'll take you, Mylo. Dad comes in the living room, making us all fall silent. My smile drops from my face. Oh, you don't have to. Emma's already taking me. Emma has to pack. I'm taking you. I try to protest again, but before I get the chance to, he just grabs his keys and heads to the front door. You know how he is. Uh-huh. Oh well, beats driving you around. And here I thought you were actually being nice. Oh, shut up. She reaches over to hug me, taking me aback for a second, but I quickly reciprocate the gesture. In case I don't see you tonight. I'll be here tomorrow to send you off. I know. Let's call more often, okay? Yeah, definitely. Have fun. Don't drink too much. Emma gives another one of her secret looks. Drink a lot. Once outside, I awkwardly get inside Dad's truck, a bright red pickup that's so tall Mom always complains about needing a trampoline to even get in the passenger seat. Lucky for me, I'm not as vertically challenged as she is, so one big hop and I'm seated next to my dad, his face as serious as it always is. Where's this wedding, anyways? Do you know where the American is? Yep. And without another word, he turns on the engine and backs out of the driveway. Car rides with Dad are as unpredictable as they are boring. Minutes of stretched silence, only interrupted by the occasional superficial question of how my life is going. I say fine. He nods and says, good, keep at it then, and he puts some Bon Jovi song on the aux cord. Being a man of tradition, it doesn't take long for Dad to clear his throat and break the silence. So, how's school been? Fine. Grades? Good. Good. Straight A's or B's and C's? 3 A's, 2 B's, which isn't a complete lie. Mr. Hopkins may throw me one last bone in the final, so I could potentially go up to a B. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!